Greetings to the teeny tiny shed. I'm now at this stage. Centerboard case is made, glued together. Doublers are on. Centerboard pin bracket is ready to be made up. And today it got me thinking about why I'm doing this. And it kind of came to me. I was really... For anybody out there watching this and thinking, I would love to build a boat, but I don't think I can, I would challenge that. Because if you're curious, or if you're feeling like you want to give it a go, but might be a little bit hesitant to do so because you think, oh, I better not, the fact that you are thinking about it is probably all that you need. Not saying that I'm going to get this right. I've not done this before. However, everything so far that I've done has had, if it feels right, it probably is right. If that makes sense. And if you've got the curiosity, you probably could do it. I mean, I'm going to make mistakes, but if you stay a few steps ahead, you've probably got half a chance of getting it right. The reason why I'm thinking this is because your curiosity will make you look for things that you're curious about, obvious, and it's the details in things that I'm trying to think of an example. Okay, but my point is, the centerboard is really heavy. There's a big lump of lead in that. And there's a lot of physics that's going to happen in that little pin. The pin is about the size of my finger, as you can see. The stainless steel itself, that's incredibly tough stuff. Here's the curiosity. So I don't want that to break. So I thought, right, I'll go through and check everything I can. So the bronze bushes make sense. They are rust proof or rust resistant. They'll certainly, and they fit immaculately. They've been machined. So I've checked to make sure the machining is right. And of course the accuracy of the machining, it's like, I'm having to make sure that I mean, down to finding out the word orthogonal. It's describing how I've got to align this pin into the doublers and so on, and I've got to do it in a way which is going to be watertight and strong. So I'm looking into the real fine details. I mean, I'll say about the right kind of stainless steel. I mean, there's a marine grade stainless steel is one up from that, which I was looking at first, and then I found out, oh, hang on a minute, I've got to get the marine grade stuff. And then of course the epoxy, the way I'm going to glue the bushes into the plywood, double 18mm thickness there, has got to have this thickened epoxy. And I've discovered with the brand that I'm using here, that is the thickening agent, which is specifically for high cyclic loads, which is exactly what this is going to be dealing with. So I'm going to have the pin through here, and found out about all this other stuff. Now it's amazing. Hang on, if I've got it, I can't really get to it without having to move everything out. But there's this colloidal silica, I think that's how you pronounce it. It's like glass baby powder form, and I saw a video where a bloke mixed some of this colloidal silica into a blender with water, and he made this stuff called dry water. Because this stuff is so microscopically small, it affects the molecular structure of the water and makes it like this. It's like a combination of gel and baby powder. Weird. The reason why I'm talking about that is because of the surface area it creates, which gives it the strength when you mix it with the epoxy. And talking of surface area, I mean, you've got like charcoal. Apparently the size of my thumbnail of charcoal has got the surface area equivalent of a football field. And charcoal is similar to the graphite that I use to mix into this black stuff that goes in. I mean, black stuff, it's basically graphite powder that goes into the epoxy. And this entire centerboard case has probably had no more than a teaspoon of that stuff in it, and it's absolutely thick with it. It's amazing science. It's absolutely fascinating. And of course, surface area gives you strength. It gives, or it allows for more adhesion, and it's just pulls things down. It allows for all kinds of wondrous science and physics and things. So I'm thinking surface area. I'm going to make a small adjustment. Again, I don't want to think I'm going against the plans. I'm just adapting the plans. I'm hoping not to my detriment. I'm thinking of cutting into the first layer with an outer larger circle and then an inner smaller circle around the bushes for the centerboard pin, and that will allow this to be more surface area to adhere to. But I think this will be plenty sufficient. I mean, I might be overthinking it, but I'm thinking over engineering it possibly. I can't physically see that this would be a detrimental plan. I may be wrong. I hope I'm not wrong, because that is going to be a big mistake. But I don't think it is. I don't think it's going to be that bad. That's what I'm going to do with the centerboard. That's my plan. And that's what I mean about this curiosity. If you're curious about something, and if you're fascinated, or if you're like, what is that about? You will dive down into these. And that's what I love about this. I absolutely love this whole subject, because there are all these branches of things that are attached. What's that about? Oh, that's interesting. Let's look at, like, measurements. Okay, there was a Mythbuster that I'm following. Fascinating videos, absolutely, really enjoyable to watch. And he talks about gauge blocks, and he talks about how minute the measurement is. I mean, there's no chance I need to worry about that kind of measurements with the boat build. However, it did teach me enough to understand how far I can go. And it's been interesting, and it's helped a lot. And that is what I mean by the curiosity of it. And if you are thinking about building a boat, don't hold back, because it's enriching, it's fascinating, yeah, do it. And please enjoy, because I am.